wanted you to listen.
Zero boy on the slap.
My name's Justo, and I'm gonna take you through my process of verse writing. I'm gonna show y'all my format, and basically I use a very basic and simple process that can get as in-depth or as simple as you want it to. Okay? Hopefully this can help out young new artists that want to learn how to write verses. Maybe help out other artists get past writer's block, or maybe you just want to learn a new way or a new process to come up with your verses and stuff like that. Like how I come up with my cadences and how I come up with the content and whatnot. I'm going to show y'all. Basically, this one we're going to start with is a song that already has a hook, so it already has what the content is going to be about. So we're going to start there. Later on, I'll do one and tell you how I come up with subjects and whatnot for the songs, if you feel me. But right now, we'll just start off with the verse. So this is the beat. This is the beat. About 98 BPMs, right up my alley, you know what I'm saying? Up tempo. First off, counting bars. For those of y'all that don't know what a bar is 4 beats every 1 bar. 4 beats every 1 bar. Okay. For any music that you'll ever hear, a beat is 4 beats equals 1 bar. So let me show you.
I was 15.
2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So every one of those 4s, that's 1 bar. Okay. So that's how you count bars. For those of y'all that don't know how to count bars, you'd be very surprised how many of these rappers don't really know how to count bars. But that goes for any type of music. That's what a bar is. It's universal. So first thing I do when I put on a song, or when I put a beat on and I come up with...
You got big muscles.
Yeah, you got big muscles.
You got big muscles.
Yeah, you got big muscles. It's my son. But hey buddy, go out there so Dad could work, please. Go out there so Dad could work, please.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Sorry about that. So first thing I do is I like to come up with my melodies, you know what I mean, and my cadences. So how I do that is I just vibe to the beat a little bit. This song is called Steve McNair. So I'm kind of gonna vibe the same way the hook goes. So I'm gonna vibe off that, because it comes in like ba 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 ba. Now when I'm in the studio, I'm not out there bopping around and shit, you know what I mean? I can, and I don't give a fuck what people think, but in my head, that's what I'm on. I'm on that. That's all I'm humming like.
I said I was 15.
So that's how I come up with my cadences. So that's how I'm gonna start with this. So it's coming hard just with that ba ba da 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 da. Okay, that's how I'm gonna come up. So the first thing you want to do is, just like when you're writing anything, when you're writing a report, when you're writing an essay, when you're writing anything, it has a formula. You know what I mean? Same thing with a verse. You want to have an opening statement with a thesis statement. You know what I mean? That's your first line. Your first bars is gonna be your thesis statement. It sets the tone and tells you what the rest of this thing is gonna be about. You know what I mean? I like to say you want to have a cool 2 or 3 solid punchlines within the body of these 16 bars, because you're gonna have to have a build up and then a punchline, a build up and then a punchline. That's how those first 2 bars and then the last 2 bars, and the first 2 bars and the last 2 bars, and then, you know what I mean. And for those, you're gonna have 16, right? Now, at least one. You want at least one that's going to make somebody go, woo! You hear that line? And I basically know exactly which line that is when people hear my verses and then they go, oh, shit, dude, you said this, that shit's crazy. Yeah, I already knew that. That's the one, okay? It's because I strategically place it in these places, okay? So now, coming up with that opening line, you want that opening line, then you want them solid middle punchlines, and then you want that solid ending, that closer. You know what I'm saying? Just to shut shit down, because you don't want it to sound like you just came in out of nowhere and you're saying this shit and then you just fucking stop, or you just your verse ends and that's it. Like you want to open it up, leave them wowed, and then you want to fucking bow out. You know what I'm saying? Like leave it with a standing ovation type shit. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm gonna come up with some of my lines. Now I don't have to come up with the thesis statement first. I'm gonna listen to this. I'm gonna think of different lines, and you know what I mean. And it might not be that opening statement, but I'm gonna write it down, kind of like bullet notes. You know what I'm saying? And we'll figure out how we're gonna do it. So let's see. This you usually get a good solid verse in like takes me like half an hour. You know what I'm saying? So let's see how this rocks. Now, if you're having troubles coming up with a line like that, your first line, like, how am I going to come up? What's the first thing I'm going to say? You're jumping on somebody's song and shit, and they got a little hook on there, you just go off the hook. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's see this hook. So we'll just vibe off
Them
this
suckers
hook.
looking for me, I wake up, count brand new, push up, count them out. And if them suckers looking for me, tell them look up. I've been there, and these pussy boys been scared. Cause I lead a pack of times like I'm McNair. Big dog, little brother still a big homie. Hate me till I came up, now they been on me, bitch, please. With all that Josie, you can miss me, cause I've been to the neck chasing these dreams since I was 15.
Now, there's a lot there you could use, you know what I'm saying, that you could feed off of, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna vibe with one, choose one, and then just run with it. Let's see what we come up with.
Then I hit the deck and I counted up. And humble check the stats. Said I wake up, count brand new, push up, count them out. And if them suckers looking for me, tell them look up. I've been there, and these pussy boys been scared. Cause I lead a pack of times like I'm McNair. Big dog, little brother still a big homie. Hate me till I came up, now they been on me, bitch, please. With all that Josie, you can miss me, cause I've been to the neck chasing these dreams since I was 15.
So I heard a few different things, like different ways he came in. Right off the top, he's like, I wake up, count down, push-ups, and all that shit. So you come in like that, like I wake up, stack, cake up, and like come up with those different rhymes. Wake up, cake up, make up, stay up, wait up, play up, all that shit. Like I wake up, formulate my weight up, some like, pay cut. That's cool. Pay cut. Tell these sucker rappers, get ready for the pay cut. Like just different shit in my head now. That's just all going through my head like a million miles a minute, and I'm just thinking, and I'll vibe with it. So then I jot that down, just like little like bullet notes. You know what I'm saying? Like wake up, pull up. You can switch it up. There it goes. That just jumped into my head right now. Instead of wake up, I can say pull up. I pull up, and it's the same type of vibe. It's the same cadence. You know what I'm saying? So maybe I'll run with pull. I'm just gonna put pull up down here. I'm gonna write pull up as a bullet note. Pull up. Count down and do push-ups. That's push-ups. See, push-ups to me and my man, they mean something different. You feel me? Monk, you know what I'm talking about? K-Lo, you're a fool for that. But yeah, so push-ups is definitely something different. Pull up. Oh, see, and there it goes. That pops into my head. Monk, K-Lo, they know what I'm talking about push-ups. So I pull up with Young Monk and K-Lo doing push-ups. I could rock with that. So I'll write that line down. But I still haven't formulated like how I'm gonna run with this. You know what I'm saying? I know it's called McNair, so I want to vibe with the McNair and the Titans thing. I'm gonna vibe to it, but I don't want to go too close to it to where it's like, like I'm not trying to bite the line. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to vibe off the line and compliment it. You feel me? So let's see. Titans, fucking Tennessee, Eddie George. I fuck with Eddie George. Real nigga. I don't know, Eddie George is running back for Tennessee Titans. Steve McNair, Eddie George. Let's see who else was on that team. Eddie George is cool. Running back. Running backs do what? They carry the rock. They're off the block. Carry the rock off the block. They running things. You know what I'm saying? They spinning. They cutting. They spinning. We're gonna spin on them. We're gonna spin on them. Let's see. Pay dirt, spinning on them like I'm Eddie George. There you go. I like that line. Pay dirt. I'm spinning on them. Pay dirt. Pay dirt. I'm spin on them like a Metty George. I'm gonna use that line. For sure, putting that line somewhere. I'm spinning on them like a Metty George. Cause spinning has that. When you spin on somebody, gonna spin their block, we're gonna do something like that. You know what I mean? Pay dirt is like touchdown, end zone, right? But pay dirt in the streets is, what I'm saying, that's that pay dirt. Like, you're doing dirt for that work. You did some dirt that paid off. You feel me? Like, you might hit a lick or whatever. That's that pay dirt. Now, regardless of what anybody tells you, I don't care. One of the main, it's not always about what you say. It's about how you say it. Regardless, that being said, the beat, man, you want to ride the beat. What the beat is the main thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're just a voice on it. People think like the rapper is like the guy. Nah, the composer is the guy, the producer, the guy that made this beat. This is his song. You know what I'm saying? That beat that was composed by that producer. When he gives you that beat, he's trusting you to create the rest, to put the toppings on our song. Now it's our song, you know what I mean? To put the toppings on it. That's all it is, So you can't just ignore the tempo or the cadences that the beat is feeding you, you know what I'm saying? You want to ride the beat. And that's the main thing. These youngsters these days, they don't ride the beat. They don't have any good cadences or anything. They just bust a nigga, nah, bitch, hella bitch, da 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 da, gang, and that. Like, but be creative and be melodic and be, you know what I'm saying, be a musician, you feel me? Like, this shit, like when we in the streets, yeah, bro, you in the streets, but bro, we're making music, we're doing art. You want to apply that streets to this art, do that in an artistic way, like have some soul with this shit, you know what I mean? And that's why I can never stress enough to ride the beat. When I was young, if you was off beat a little bit, or they wasn't listening to you. You wasn't welcome to rap, you feel me? So I always ride the beat, delivery, cadences. That's my main point. I always told my little brother, this is my little brother's song, I always told him, it's all about your delivery, it's all about your cadences, and it's all about how you say what you're going to say. No matter what, I'm going to come up with these lines, and I'm going to rearrange them and how else can I say that different? How can I say this like nobody's ever said it before? How can I say that, you know what I mean? Or sometimes you don't want to overdo that because you still want it to be relatable. How can I say this that's going to relate to these type of people, you know what I'm saying? This is just kind of like a hype beat, like a talk smack beat, whatever, you know what I mean? But you want to say stuff that people are going to remember. You want to make music that's timeless. Something that 5-10 years from now, people could turn it on and be like, oh yeah, that's dope, you know what I mean? So regardless of what I'm going to say right now, what I'm going to do, 10 years from now, somebody opens this song up and hears it for the first time, they're going to go, oh man, that's tight. And, because you can hear music from 10 years ago now, and you're like, this shit is whack. But there's music that you hear from 10 years ago, 20 years ago, that you still slapping today because that's timeless. And that's the type of music you want to be timeless, you know what I'm saying? So we out with a fake hurt. Cap about it, but I never scored. Pay dirt. I'm spinning on them like I'm Eddie George. Bitch, please. Big squeeze. Big squeeze. Big squeeze. Bitch, please. Bitch, knees. Lift cheese. Big cheese. 16s. 16s. That's what I want to go back to that. 16s or 15 or, that's an age thing maybe. 15. Switch cheese in my brain.
I said I was
kind of
big
played out though.
up.
Swiss cheese played out. Mixed drink. Blend them. Mix them like a mixed drink. Blend them like a mixed drink. Oh, that's good. I like that. Bitch, please. I get it. A big squeeze. I'm gonna blend them like a mixed drink. There you go. Now I got to fill in those parts. You see that? Yeah, I did that. Come up with those lines like, bitch, please, I know I'm gonna say I'm gonna give something a big squeeze. I just haven't thought of what I'm gonna talk about, because I'm gonna talk about a pistol or, you know what I mean, or a thing, you know what I mean, but I gotta say it in a way. You can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna get this blicky a big squeeze, or I'm gonna get this banger a big squeeze, because those things, I've said them before, but so has a lot of other people. You want to say something a little different, a little more in depth. I like to change it up every time, you know what I'm saying? So let's see, bitch, please, get this big squeeze. Gonna blend them like a mixed drink. Now something is gonna blend them like a big mixed drink. Now if I'm already talking about giving something a big squeeze, it already tells me what's gonna blend them. You know what I'm saying? What's gonna blend them? The projectiles, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, them copper tops are gonna blend them. You feel me? Copper tops. That's cool. Let's see. Bitch, please get this. You know what I'm saying? Big squeeze. Gonna blend them like a mixed drink. So fake hurt. Cap about it, but ain't never scored. Pay dirt. I'm spinning on them like I'm Eddie George. Bitch, please. I get bitch. I get this AR big AR. People talk about AR all the time. Only reason why I'm saying AR is because I got this AR right next to me. You know what I'm saying? And that's no cap. That's no cap. That's no cap. I got a family to protect. You feel me? But AR. People say AR all the time. So instead of saying AR, what should I say? Let me say what it is. Armalite, Armalite, yeah, say Armalite. Armalite, for those of y'all that think y'all know but don't fucking know shit, Armalite rifle is an AR. It's not an assault rifle, and it's not an automatic rifle because it's not an automatic. And all assault rifles are automatic rifles. AR and AR-15 stands for Armalite rifle. Okay. A lot of y'all cats don't know. You be surprised. I'm telling you. So fake hurt, cap about it, but ain't never scored. Pay dirt. I'm spinning on them like I'm Eddie George. Bitch, please. I get his Armalite a big squeeze. Gonna blend him like a mixed drink. Bitch, please. I get his Armalite a big squeeze. 5.56 is gonna blend him like a mixed drink. There it is. I'm gonna put that. Alright, so let's see. I got solid 4 bars right now. Not sure where I'll place it, but it's probably gonna be like the second 4. Fake hurt, cap about it, but ain't never scored. Pay dirt. I'm spinning on them like an Eddie George. Bitch, please. I give this Armalite a big squeeze. 5.56 is gonna blend them like a mixed drink. And you see that? You see how I do that? So the build up and then it rolls at the end. You see that? You feel that roll at the end? See that fake hurt? Pause. Y'all cap about it, but ain't never scored. Pay dirt. Pause. I'm spinning on them like I'm Eddie George. Bitch, please. Pause. I give this Armalite a big squeeze. And here, there's going to be no pause. Get his Armalite a big squeeze, and you're just going to let it roll all together. Fake hurt, cap about it, but ain't never score. Pay dirt, spinning on him like I'm Eddie George. Bitch, please. I give it Armalite a big squeeze. 5.56 is going to blend them like a mixed drink. See that? You see that roll? That roll, it's like a build up, and then that roll, that delivery. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes it catchy, and that's what makes it melodic, and that's how you close. That's like how you close a line, you know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, those four are done. I usually say it a couple times, and while I'm saying these lines, I say them over and over, but really my head's thinking of other lines that are going to feed off of it while I'm saying these lines. I never score. Pay dirt, spinning on them like an Eddie George. Bitch, please. I get his Armalite a big squeeze. 5.56 is gonna blend them like a mixed drink. They earn cap about it, but I never score. Pay dirt, spinning on them like an Eddie George. Bitch, please. I get his Armalite a big squeeze. 5.56 is gonna blend them like a mixed drink. Fake hurt, fake hurt. So I started that line with fake hurt because I know that I got to put something on that. It's not gonna be my beginning. It can't just come into a verse, and that's how you start it. Fake hurt, like people were like fake hurt, like who you talking about? What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? I know that I could build up to that fake hurt part. So the lines coming before that fake hurt are gonna have to be. They're gonna be something about an op or it's about fuck. You know what I mean? These fuck rappers or whatever. All these suckers, all that sucker shit. You know what I'm saying? That's going on, and it's gonna build up to, clown them, cap on them, whatever. Whoop. And then it's gonna be like fake hurt because it's like y'all are this, and this, and that means y'all are fake hurt. Y'all cap about it, but ain't never scored. Basically, you know what I mean? Y'all fake hurt, bro. Y'all talking, but y'all ain't never scored. You feel me? Like that's all gonna build up to that. So now that gives me what I need to put in the previous bars. So now instead of having to think of something, out of the blue, now I know that's what it needs to build up to be. And then, like I said, we still got to come up with that thesis statement. And I'm thinking that it's going to be either look up or pull up. I think I'm going to run with the pull up one. So that's going to be the beginning of that. Right now I'm already locked on it being pull up with Young Monkey K Log doing push ups, and then I'm going to build that up to the to the fake hurt, and then it's gonna lead into the fake hurt part. Okay, so let's. If you're doing push-ups, and then hook up. So I got the hook. So hook up automatically reminds me of I got the hook up. Whenever I hear hook up, I just think of I got the hook up. Movie when I was a kid, Master P in it, and some of y'all might know it. So I'm gonna feed off of that. If I got the hook up on these push-ups, obviously, and then cook up, pull up, young monk K Low doing push-up, power out, powder pack. I got the hook up packs. I got the hook up. Master P with the packs of the power. I got the hook. That's too many syllables. Sorry, Master P. I don't want to say Master P. Master P. Master P. No limit. No limit with the hookup. No. Master P ain't no limit to my hookup. Or no limit. I got no. P. Percy with the hookup. Percy's Master P's real name. Power. Percy with the Percy with the powwow packs. I got the hook up. Push up. Percy with the powwow packs. I got the hook up. With the cook up. Shook up. There you go. Pull up. Push up. Percy with the powwow packs. I got the hook up. Some with the cook up. Cook up with the cook up with the cook up. See, on the stove with the there you go. On the stove with the cook up. That just sounds like a roast. Percy with the powwow packs. I got the hook up. On the stove with the cook up. Who's on the stove with the cook up? Gordon Ramsay's on the stove with the cook up. Percy with the powwow packs. I got the hook up. Young Iron Chef on the stove with the cook up. See, that's solid right there. Let's see our vibes. If I wasn't breaking everything down and explaining everything to y'all, I'd probably be done with this verse already, but it's cool. I'm usually through these things fairly quickly, but this is interesting for me. I've never done this before. Push up, Percy with the powwow, pass, I got a hook up. Iron Chef on the stove with the cook up. Young Iron Chef on the stove. Look, see, I pull it up. Push up, Percy with the powwow, pass, I got the hook up. Young Iron Chef on the stove with the cook up. That sounds like it should be a second bar. I pull up, K Low doing push up. Percy with the powwow packs, got the hook up. Percy with the powwow packs, I got the hook up. See how I did that? Switched it up from I pull up, push up. Percy with the powwow packs, I got the hook up. You can say it a different way too. Pull up, young monk, K Low doing push ups. Percy with the powwow packs, I got the hook up. See, it's like you ride the beat a little different.
I was 15.
Pull up, doing push ups. Percy with the powwow packs, I got the hook up. Young Iron Chef on the stove with the cook up. See, because it makes that line sound better. See, I pull up, doing push up. Percy with the powwow packs, I got the hook up. Young Iron Chef on the stove with the cook up. See, that just sounds too simple and plain because that second four sound like that. So instead of saying it that way, I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. All right, now there it is. I got 8 bars right there.
I was 15.
Pull up, young monk and low doing push-ups. Percy with the powwow packs, I got the hook up. Young Iron Chef on the stove with the cook up. Earthquake gang, leave a fuck boy shook up. Fake hurt, talk about it but ain't never scored. Pay dirt, spinning on them like an Eddie George, bitch please. I get a lot of big squeeze, 5.56 gon' blend them like a mixed drink. Woo! That shit go right there though.
I was 15.
Low doing push-ups. Percy with the powwow packs, I got the hook up. Young Iron Chef on the stove with the cook up. Earthquake gang, leave a fuck boy shook up. Fake hurt, kept about it but ain't never scored. Pay dirt, spinning on him like an Eddie George, bitch please. I get his arm a lot of big squeeze, 5.56 gon' blend him like a mixed drink, motherfucker.
I was 15.
Doing push-ups. Percy with the powwow packs, I got the hook up. Young Iron Chef on the stove with the cook up. Earthquake gang, leave a fuck boy shook up. Fake hurt, get kept about it but ain't never scored. Pay dirt, I'm spinning on him like an Eddie George, bitch please. I get his arm a lot of big squeeze, 5.56 gon' blend him like a mixed drink. Yeah, that'll work. I mean, that'll work. You feel me? But But yeah, see, so that's how I formulate my bars, and that's how I formulate my build-ups and my breakdowns. That's how I ride, how I decide how to ride the beat, and that's how I decide how to come up with my harmonies. Shows y'all how to count bars and whatnot. Now, like I said, I'm gonna come up with the rest of the verse, and at the end, I'm gonna show y'all instead of having, you know what I mean. I basically, that's my process on how I come up with my bars and how I connect them, and you know what I mean. And then I'll get back with y'all when I'm ready to close it out, and then I'll show y'all how I close it out. And once I close it out, I'll recite it, bam, bam, bam. Y'all probably already heard it. This is how it came about. You feel me? All right, so we're at the halfway point. I got 8. I got a solid 8, and I was listening to the first verse that's on this song, which is my brother. Just obviously my brother, but say you were doing a song with somebody and you get to this point and you have this type of scenario that I'm about to show you. And I re-listened to the ending of his verse. So this is how he ended his verse.
And you know I keep it mobby, boy, I been tight, been straight. Run it up, then we thumb it out. Then I hit the deck and I count it out. 100, 200, this is stack. I ain't doing numbers. Staying humble, check the stats. Said I wake up, count bread.
So it has a melody, it has a little melody change to it and a little harmony to it that makes it sound similar to a bridge, what I would call a bridge, or what the industry calls a bridge, which is like a build up to a hook, or you know, like or a come down from a hook. It basically bridges the gap, goes and blends the modes, and it makes the songs, it completes the song, and makes it sound more whole. So a bridge will go like at the end of a verse, in between a hook, or you know, at the end of a hook, in between the hook and the verse. And in this instance, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take what he said, not what he said, but the way he said what he said, and I'm gonna flip that harmony and into my own way, to where both of our verses end similar, and then they go into the hook, and that's gonna complement each other, and it's gonna make the song sound more whole, more complete, and more vibey. You know what I mean? It's gonna make it sound like we was vibing together, and like that. You know, it's just gonna bring everything together. So I have an 8. I'm gonna skip the 12 through the 8 through 12. I'm gonna go 12 to 16. I'm gonna come up with that little ending part, and then I'm gonna fill in the gap. Okay. So I'll, instead of just listening to his part over, I'm just gonna get the little vibe down. And I count it out. 100, 200, this is stack. Don't ever try to force anything, you know what I mean? Because then it doesn't sound natural, and that's when music just sounds kind of cringy. You know what I mean? There's a lot of cringy rap out there. But yeah. So make sure you got your skeleton down. You hit your bullet notes. You got all this shit covered. That way, once you start getting your rhymes going, if you ever get stuck, you just look back at those notes or whatnot. Now, this might tell other MCs and artists that are out there making music like, damn, you do all that. Nah, this shit all happens in my head, and it happens like that. You know what I mean? But for new artists that are looking, you know, like want to learn, this is how you do it. When I was a kid and I was coming up with raps, I used to have rap books and for days, and they had all kinds of shit in it. And believe me, I'll come up with a line or a rhyme or some shit like when I'm just, you know, going throughout my day or whatever, and you know, you come up with that line in your head, you're just like, oh shit, that's dope. Like, yeah, I go into my notes on my phone and I put that line down there, and you know what? It's there. Sometime in the future, I'm gonna come back and look on it like, oh shit, I remember this one. So sometimes when I'm in the lab, sometimes I catch, you know, I get stuck and get writer's block. I'm just like, oh, you know what? Let me go look what I got in here. Okay, I'll take that one. That'll fit. Boom, I throw it in there. You feel me? And that's how. So I got a little vibe down off of it now. We got the 16. We ready to, you know what I mean? We ready to rock. Vibe to it a little bit. Now we ready to record. So that's when you tell them, yo, I'm ready. You hop up in the booth and you get your shit done. You know what I'm saying? You pop it out. You feel me? Gas on them. So let's run it. Here we go. Yeah, it's that boy Just. Look. pull up with Monk and Low hitting push-ups. Percy with the power pack got the hook up. Iron Chef on the stove with the cook up. Earthquake gang leave a fuck boy shook up. Fake hurt, y'all Kaepernick and y'all ain't never score. Pay dirt, spinning on him like I'm Eddie George. Bitch please, I get his arm a lot of big squeeze. 556 is gon' blend him like a mixed drink. Click mean, main gang, I don't switch teams. At 13 learn how to use a trip beam. Flip cream, road running through these city streets. At 15 I made 100 off a 50-piece small faces. The blue strips, boy I thumb it out. Hit the tilt and I don't even care to count it out. 10 stacks, a 10 bands, that's 100 bands. Busting rubber bands, baby, I'm the fucking man. And that's how I rock. I pull up, with Monk and Low hitting push-ups. Percy with the power pack got the hook up. Iron Chef on the stove with the cook up. Earthquake gang leave a fuck boy shook up. Fake hurt, y'all Kaepernick and y'all ain't never score. Pay dirt, I'm spinning on him like I'm Eddie George. Bitch please, I get his arm a lot of big squeeze. 556 is gon' blend him like a mixed drink. Click mean, main gang, I don't switch teams. At 13 learn how to use a trip beam. Flip cream, road running through these city streets. At 15 I made 100 off a 50-piece small faces. The blue strips, boy I thumb it out. Hit the tilt and I don't even care to count it out. 10 stacks, a 10 bands, that's 100 bands. I'm busting rubber bands, baby, I'm the fucking man.
I wake up, count brand new.